My name is Catherine. I am a middle school art teacher in San Jose, California, and this is my zine, Canto Cutie. It contains the work of over 10 artists and over 5 in-depth interviews from Cantonese artists from all around the world. It's full color, it's bound, independently funded, and I just wanted to provide context for the name. So Canto is short for Cantonese, and that is what I am. I'm American, born and raised in the US, but my ancestral homeland is in Hong Kong. Although we fall under the umbrella of Chinese, there are actually over 50 distinct languages and cultures in China, Cantonese being one of the largest minority groups with their own language and culture. So more about Hong Kong. The umbrella movement started in 2014 with a demand for more transparent elections. There's a lot of protests since April you've probably heard about with the passage of this extradition bill. A few weeks ago, there's a harsh law limiting freedom of speech. So the fact that this zine exists, it's kind of extraordinary. The cover is an acrylic painted created by Austin-based queer Cantonese artist Zcam. Like I said, we have over 10 artists represented. Erica Pang, she is a Vancouver-based artist and art therapist who has like a really profound process. So we've asked her about that, and she goes in depth about like what it's like to be an art therapist, what's it like to be Cantonese in Vancouver. Another artist we have is Brenda Chi. She's a LA-based comic book artist who's actually worked with George Takei on comic book art in the past. Another artist we have is Elaine Chu. She's a Hong Kong-based watercolor artist that's involved in archival work of like Hong Kong vintage street signs. She does mostly watercolor. In the zine, there's also poems from a lot of different writers around the world and stories about what it's like to live in two worlds, stories about immigration to the US or other places, and what it means to be Cantonese. Because the current events have just, kind of shown how necessary it is for us to prove who we are, or like at least let us explain for ourselves who we are. So like I said, it's over 10 artists and over 5 interviews. I get super in-depth, so it's a lot to read. It's over 100 pages. And if you want to buy, or this, what I'm most proud about in this zine is just how inclusive it is. It includes all voices. It just reflects how diverse the Cantonese diaspora really is. And in making it and getting to know the artists and sharing about it, I just get just more and more like pride for who I am. So if you want to buy the zine, there's a website, cantocutie.com, and also I have Instagram, cantocutie, where I post about the artists, like I do features, and I kind of feature some of the writing that's in the zine, so I try to support them. And if you are like really into the art, you can definitely get to follow the artists from my Instagram or the website. So that's my zine. Thanks so much for listening. So my Instagram is Canto Cutie, just plain and simple. And my website also cantocutie.com, plain and simple. So yeah, I just encourage anyone to learn more about this or follow the zine or read it. Awesome. Also, you can read the zine for free on the website, a digital copy. So you don't have to buy a physical copy, though I have to admit it's really beautiful. I'm super proud of it. But you can read a free digital copy on the website. So when I first had this idea, I just did like a call for submissions on Instagram and some of those like artist call websites. And I didn't get that much because, we're pretty, even though there's 7 million Cantonese speakers and over 11 million around the world, part of the diaspora. You know, a lot of us were not like English speaking. So it was kind of hard. So I just reached out to artists that I found on social media to figure out who to feature. And that's how I found the cover artist. I've actually never met this person, but we got to working a lot together. And there's a full length interview with the cover artist, Z.
Does anyone have questions for Canto Cutie? Yes, we have another question in the chat. I'm with the screen right now, so I can't see your name, your question after, but they're asking
I use this program called Swift Illustrator. I just found it through like asking around on Reddit, like, hey, I'm too poor for Adobe Illustrator, also I don't know how to use it. So a lot of people recommended Swift Illustrator. And since I'm an educator, I got a discount. It's only like $13. I highly recommend this program.
Great, thank you. Are there any programs that you know of or have used before, like for creating digital art pieces? Is that something?
I don't know any programs, but I have a lot of digital artists, and I've asked them what they use, but I think they use a tablet, and I mean, I guess that's the artist's secret, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Really nice. We have some more questions. So we have a question from Renee asking how you're today. I love that for anyone getting started. I'm sure they'd be happy to know what you're doing.
Yeah, I worked since I'm a middle school teacher. I work with printers a lot, you know, printing out flyers and whatnot. So I just went to the same person that I already established a relationship with to do the printing. Yeah, since it's over 100 pages, I couldn't really do it at home, you know, traditional zine style.
Yeah. We also said what different
I learned that there's no such thing as one Cantonese experience. Like, I am American, I live in California, I grew up in Texas, but it's so different than everyone else, and even people with the same experience, their experience is really different. I know also with the recent, like, uprisings in Hong Kong, they've kind of divided the diaspora community on what they feel about the protests and how they feel about China. So what I've learned is there's no like one opinion and no one idea of like our nationality. In fact, like some people don't think Cantonese is a nationality. Some people don't think it's a language. They call it a dialect. Some people think Hong Kong should be its own country. Some people are really proud of our colonial past. We were a British colony until 1997. Some, you know, they are more romantic for a future, like as part of China. So it's like so different across the diaspora. So I loved getting to know everyone's point of views and supporting it in the zine.
and I have a question. Are you planning on doing another like a that we
De-
can look forward to or that people can submit to?
yes, definitely. Since I just finished this and it was like a 5 month long process and I just got it printed, I think I'll take a little break. But yes, I'm gonna run a second call for submissions. I'm definitely gonna make more and more, and I'm just so pleased with like how when people read this, they first either learn about what Cantonese culture is, or they just like identify with it, and they I don't know. I guess I'm making a zine that I wish I had. So, of course, I will make a second and third and just follow the website and Instagram. I guess I will share all the updates there.